Good morning and happy Monday. It's probably not Monday when you're seeing this, but it's Monday for me. It is July 10th and it's day one of 75 hard, day one of the summer. Roscoe, excuse my dog barking in the background, but today is day one of 75 hard. Like I said, I restarted, had some issues anyway, restarting. And then day one of the first form 8-week summer challenge. Just got done with my walk, woke up, had my greens, I'll just show you, a bottle of water. This morning I had my greens, Opti Greens 50. I had my full mega and my microfactor. I think I'm gonna switch from the microfactor, the pills and stuff to the mix, so I can just mix it in here. Because I really don't enjoy taking all those pills every morning, honestly. Got an easy gag reflex. I added a little bit of this Enduraformance in there. This is a non-stim pre-workout. It's got creatine. That's what I had this morning. I'm getting ready to make breakfast. I have an appointment for a possible hernia later on today at 3:30, so I'm gonna have to go to the gym earlier. But I've got my walk done. I'm gonna go to the gym with the kids here in a little bit. We might swim or something, and then I have that appointment later. So I'll take you along with that just to show you like what the fuck's going on. But I'm gonna make my breakfast now. I think I'm gonna have some eggs and hash browns, eggs and potatoes, or eggs and toast. I'm not really sure yet. But eggs and something. So I'm gonna measure my hash browns. I've got my scale right here. I'm gonna have 2 servings of hash browns. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna look at the back. You're gonna see how many grams a serving is. Sometimes it'll say ounces, sometimes it'll say milliliters, but for this case, it's grams. So a serving size is 1 cup, 85 grams, 70 calories. I'm gonna have 2 cups. So I'm gonna have 85 grams times 2, which is what, 190 grams? Wait, 8 plus 8 is 16, 160 plus 5 plus 5 is 100, yeah, 190. So I'm gonna put this on my scale. This is like a backwards way of doing it so I don't have to put it into a container. I'm gonna put it on my scale. I'm gonna hit the tare button so it says 0. I don't know if you can quite see it, but it says 0. I'll show you. It says 0 here. And then what I'll do, I gotta add my butter and shit first. So I take that butter that I took, or that I cut, I'm gonna take half of it and put it in the skillet. So now this is at 0. I'm gonna dump it out until it says negative 90. So I'm gonna dump. I actually might not do a whole. That's 90. I think I'm just gonna do 1 serving today. So it should have been 85, but I went over just slightly. So I got 91 grams of this, so it's just a tiny bit over a serving. That's how you can measure stuff without having to get a whole fucking thing. So that's that. I'm gonna let this cook. This is actually a lot more important when you're doing things like, not that it's not important all the time if you're measuring and counting your macros and stuff, but if you're doing something like peanut butter or honey or jam or something that's like gonna be more calories for, a small amount, then it's really important to measure. If you don't measure your peanut butter already, you should definitely measure it, because you're definitely using more than a serving if you're not measuring it. I'm just saying. $186. Okay, this is the way that you get perfect eggs. let that get a little bit, let the whites get a little bit cooked. Add a tiny bit of water, just a little bit, and then cover it. And then you're gonna wait until it all kind of just looks white on the top. Don't let it go too long, and then you're gonna have some soft yolk. It's gonna be so good. Sometimes they slide right out. Delicioso. There I go. The kids are getting dressed right now, so we're gonna go to the gym in just a bit. I am gonna probably, instead of having a coffee before the gym, I'm gonna have an energy drink along with another serving of that Enduraformance. So this morning when I had Enduraformance, it was in my greens, and it was just like a little bit, just to give it a different flavor, like just to add the flavor basically. So I'll take almost a full scoop before my weight training session. My lips are all chapped right now. I just don't want to look for my lip stuff. It is July. I am in my 30-day challenge that I'm hosting. So I've got a bunch of other people that are, you know, just grinding right along. If you watch my Instagram stories, you know that I kind of like had a little hernia situation going on. I mean, still have it. So I'm going today to get that checked out, like I told you. But, so it kind of derailed me a little bit. Not totally derailed me, but just kind of like I was scared to make it worse, I guess. But it feels okay now. I'm just gonna go get checked out and see what I need to do going forward. The 30-day challenge is going on, but also I'm restarting 75 hard today. I had gone like 3 weeks into 75 hard, and then this happened, and then I was like totally on 4th of July, I was like struggling so bad with that, whatever is going on with the hernia, that I was just in pain. Like I felt like I was gonna throw up. It was just like the weirdest shit. Restarting 75 hard today, and then doing the First Form summer challenge. So it's an 8-week challenge. So basically I'll just be doing them together. So most of it's just gonna be me doing 75 hard. You guys, can you quiet down, please? I gotta put some chapstick on. My lips are getting crusty. If you hate flavored things, or if you hate stuff that smells on your lips, lanolin will save your life. Anyway, so 75 hard, what does it entail? Basically, it's a mental toughness challenge. Andy Frisella created it. He is the CEO of First Form. He's got all kinds of other stuff going on for him too, but he basically came up with it. There is a list of things that you do every single day without fail, or else you don't move on to the next day. You got to restart. So what's on the list? First, you do a 45-minute workout every single day. Second, you do another 45-minute workout every single day, but that one has to be outside. So like out in the elements, doing your thing. Obviously, be smart. Like if there's a tornado, you probably shouldn't go out and like just do something different. Third, drink a gallon of water every single day. Fourth, follow a diet of some sort. So when you hear follow a diet, it doesn't necessarily, it just means follow a way of eating that is going to help you get your goals. And it's not like just eat whatever the fuck you want. That's not your diet. It's not like that. So for me, it's tracking macros, hitting my protein every single day. Fifth, take a progress picture every single day. And then sixth, read 10 pages of a book every day. And it has to be like a personal development book. And you have to actually read it. You can't listen to it. You can read on a Kindle or whatever, so it doesn't have to be necessarily a physical book, but it's got to be something you're reading with your own eyes. So that's 75 hard in a nutshell. I've done it 2 times, and then I've attempted or gotten partway through it like probably 5 other times. But I've fully done it twice, and it has a lot of great benefits. It is a mental toughness challenge, so it's not meant to be like a physical thing, or it's not like its main reason is not to have physical benefits, but you're gonna have physical benefits. When it comes to the workouts, a lot of people are negative about like, why would you work out twice a day, every single day? That's terrible for you. It's not. And the reason why it's not is because your 2 workouts every day can be whatever you want them to be. So as long as it's an intentional exercise, then you're Gucci. So you do not have to go and lift heavy weights every single day. You can do yoga. You can do walking. You could do 2 walks a day. You could do 1 outdoor walk, 1 indoor walk. You could do outdoor yoga, indoor yoga. Like it can be any exercise that is intentional. So intentional meaning like, oh, you went to the zoo and walked around and hung out with your kids and then you counted that as a workout. That's not intentional. You were going to the zoo to go to the zoo with your kids, right? Intentional would be, okay, I'm going to go out on a walk, or hey, I'm going to take my kids on a bike ride so we can all get some exercise. That's intentional. Okay. If you went to Vegas and you're just walking up and down the strip of Vegas and you're like, oh, I walked this many miles today. That's not intentional. Okay. So it's intentional. You set out, you went to do that thing for the exercise. But I'm just rambling at this point, but 75 hard, although it gets a bad rap a lot of the time, if you do it, the hardest part about it is setting your schedule up so you can do all of the things, right? Getting your water in early so you're not peeing all night long. If you get used to drinking water constantly throughout the day and you stop drinking soda and stuff like that, then you're going to hit your water easy every single day and you're going to feel amazing because you're drinking so much water and your body's like, yes, I'm hydrated, baby. Anyway, I'm still talking, so I gotta go. Let's all take a second to appreciate this masterpiece. We're calling it a giraffe unicorn because it was supposed to be a unicorn, but when I was doing it, everything else is the way it's supposed to be, except for the head. The ears and the horn are the right sizes, everything. The head, I missed like 15 sections because I was like doing other things while I was crocheting. And so the head ended up about half the size that it was supposed to be. So she kind of looks like a giraffe because of the weird way the neck goes into the head. But she's cute. Her name's Starry, I think. Hey, Sissy, is the unicorn's name Starry?
What unicorn?
This unicorn that I made you.
Oh,
Starry.
Her name's Cutie.
Cutie. Oh, okay. Well, anyway. Say bye, Cutie. Let's go.
Well.
To the gym. So right now I'm mixing up, like I said, my Enduraformance and a little bit of pre-workout. So I already had a little bit of this morning, so I'm just going to have a little less than a full scoop. I got my camera girl with me today, and I'm going to have this Monster. I'm going to pour a little bit of that in here. And we're going to be headed off to the gym. I got to mix it up, though. Hold on. Just mix that up. I've actually never had the Monster mixed with the Enduraformance, so this might be a terrible idea.
I think you put it a little bit in there.
All right, see you at the gym.
Jumped out.
All right, you guys, I thought I would just walk you through this workout. So right now I'm just doing some hip openers. These kind of get my glutes activated as well. And then some glute activation. I usually have a hip circle, but I was just using the long bands because I had left mine at home. But I just like activating my glutes a little bit before I do leg day because my glutes are kind of lazy. For the sake of the video, you don't see me do much, but I obviously went through each one of those movements multiple times. Today's lift was kind of impromptu. I was going to do just a regular leg day, but I was having some issues with a hernia, so I didn't want to do hip thrusts because I thought that's what had aggravated the hernia. And instead, I decide I'm going to do a heavy deadlift. And by heavy, you'll see eventually that I ended up maxing out. But there I am drinking my white Monster. Here, I'm just kind of warming up, and you'll see I go between some traditional or conventional deadlifts and some sumo. So I'm like very comfortable with a conventional deadlift, but sumo deadlifts is really where I struggle, mostly because I feel like I only feel it in one leg, which to me doesn't make very much sense. So here I am setting up for a sumo deadlift, obviously readjusting the pants. And the reverse grip, I didn't really need to do that here, but I do think the reverse grip throws me off. Like I feel like my balance is off. I feel like the bar is uneven or something. Obviously the bar is not uneven. It's me that's uneven, but Anyway, it's just something I definitely need to work on and practice my form with. So now I'm setting up for this deadlift at 315 pounds, which I have never hit in my life. And you're going to see that I hit it. I had a little struggle up at the top, getting stuck on my quads, but bam, baby. I am so stoked. I just pulled 315. Working my way up to a heavy deadlift obviously wasn't enough for me, so here I go on with my leg day, just doing some light RDLs. I didn't have my grips, so I didn't want to hold on to heavy dumbbells today. So just light RDLs, really trying to feel the contraction. And then I superset that with these kickbacks. So you could do this with cables if you have a regular gym, but I don't go to a gym that has cables, so I just do the band. And I really actually struggle with this leg a lot, or with this glute, to feel these in my glute. And the other side, for whatever reason, just feels great. I feel great contraction. So this is something I'm really like working on practicing a lot just with the bands. And obviously once, I go to a gym that has cables, I could play around a little bit more with the weight, but at this point, I'm just trying to feel a good contraction. So right here, you see me go back to the sumo stance deadlift, and I switched my grip. So I did a few sets of these, and just trying to kind of like feel symmetry or feel it on both sides, and I think that helped. Now I'm going to simulate the abduction. But what I'm doing here with the bands, because I can do a lot higher rep range, is I'm leaning back for 15, and then I sit up and I do 10 to 15 depending on how it feels. And then I lean forward and I'm burning right here. And it just kind of burns me out in my glutes. I'll lean back up into just a regular sit stance, and I'll do as many as I can without, feeling like my glutes are going to fall off. You guys, I am so freaking stoked. Sorry, it's hotter than heck, and I got the AC blasted. But I'm pumped because I just got a freaking PR. I just pulled 315 pounds. Shit, I'm so pumped. What's wrong? And I did pretty much a leg day, but a little bit modified. I was supposed to do hip thrusts like on a bench, but that I think that's what aggravated me on 4th of July, because I did this leg day. So why not just fucking max out deadlifts? My hernia situation, I can feel that there's something going on there, but it's not like hurting me bad. It's damn hot. So we're going to go home, get these kids settled down, maybe play. They've just been freaking playing games and shit. So we need to do something outside. Get a little post-workout shake in. I'm just so freaking excited, you guys. We have a max out at our gym here coming up. Deadlift, back squat, and overhead, like strict press. And I better fucking hit 315 that day. But also maybe I can get a little higher. I did try for 325 and then 320. And I think I was just tired at that point. Sometimes I don't like pushing myself too hard on deadlift because I just don't want to like throw my fucking back out. Oh, I used a men's bar. So the last time I did deadlift, I used a women's bar thinking like the grip will be easier because it's smaller. I just add more, has to add extra weight. But I was like, I'm going to use the men's bar and just see if pulling it feels different because the weight is out further. So like for bench press and stuff, I like to have the women's bar because I feel like it makes it more compact. But for deadlift, I feel like there's an advantage to having a longer bar. Am I right or am I wrong? Because I feel like that's right. Are you peeling an orange?
Yeah.
Oh, stinky. Okay, we're going to go home. Bye. Formula 1 for my protein. One scoop. One scoop's got 100 calories, 1 fat, 1 sugar, 20 protein, 3 carb. And then this is ignition. This is basically just a carb source. So we've got, I'm going to do half a scoop. Half a scoop would be 40 something, 50, shit. What's 170 divided by 2? Like 80, 85, I can't fucking do math. 80 something calories. 42, 21 carb. So we're gonna do half a scoop of that. All right. Half a scoop. And then if you don't have one of these little things, get you one because it's life-changing. Makes everything nice and mixed without any fucking clumps and shit. And then I always add ice. Okay. Ice. Now we drink and relax. Guys, it's been a little while. I have been folding laundry, just trying to like pick up. Obviously, I've got 3 kids and my house just gets crazy all the time. I need to eat, but I'm really not hungry. Maybe because my breakfast this morning was so bomb. But I just need to have something. So I'm gonna have coffee, but it's gonna be like a latte, so it'll have milk in it. And I use the Fairlife milk. Let me set you somewhere. So I don't know if you guys have seen about my new Nespresso, but I got a Nespresso machine from my mom. She just had it like chilling, collecting dust. And I haven't gotten any new pods because I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. So what am I gonna have, a cold coffee or a hot coffee? I want the cold coffee. Hold on. Anyway, this is what came with it. Like, this thing was brand freaking new. So it came with all these little things. And I have espresso, like single shot, double shot, and then like a coffee thing down here. I could do this, but I want more milk because I'm looking to get a little bit more substance. Maybe not. Yeah, I am, actually. I think I'm gonna do 2 of these. I'm gonna do this little baby and then what should I do for this one and this one? Because this one's really intense and that one's not so intense. So we're gonna have 2 of these. I warm some milk up. Fairlife. Oh, 1 tablespoon. I'm just gonna measure the tablespoon. Okay, well, I'm gonna try to do half of this cup. This is really fucking annoying, is what it is. Okay, 2 of these babies. Okay, that is, okay, that's about half. It's 31 grams, which makes sense. Okay, so 2 tablespoons of that, and I'm gonna warm this up. So yeah, I use my frother for everything. Everything, I use it like 4 or 5 times a day, honestly. For my greens, for my protein, anything, and then obviously for my coffee. That frothed up real good, baby. So fucking good. Now, I cannot do latte art, so we'll just do some swirlies. Oh, yeah. That is art. If I've ever seen it. Let's check that baby out. Little afternoon pick-me-up. The best part about that Fairlife milk is it's got like friggin' 13 grams of protein per serving. It's so good and it's lactose free. So for anybody who has like tummy issues with milk, whether or not you're lactose intolerant or whatever, I just have issues with my stomach and milk sometimes. Fairlife milk is the shit. And the chocolate milk, it's so good. And their protein shakes are good. Never thought I'd be drinking hot coffee, but here I am. You guys, I have to pee so bad. So I decided I'm stopping at Old Navy to pretend I'm shopping so I can go pee because I've been drinking so much water. My appointment for this little hernia situation is in about 45 minutes. So I'm gonna go and do that in a bit. But yeah. All right, left Old Navy. I walked around for like a couple minutes to make it look like I was a whatever. But I was like real shaky. So I thought I better fucking eat. So I just stopped by Lean Kitchen and got this protein stick. It's the breakfast sausage one, 20 grams of protein. And then I got a protein bar. So I'm going to eat this first. And if I still feel like I need to eat this, I'll eat this. If not, I'll just save it till later. So together, this would be 40 grams of protein. Not ideal when you're, you know, trying to feel full. Because I don't know. This is going to make me feel full, but also a regular meal would have been a good idea. I'm just out and about, so I want to eat. I am out of the appointment. And she is not concerned. She said, I do have a separation of my abs, but at this point, she can't feel any like protrusion or whatever. She did say that sometimes if you're having issues with your gallbladder, it can kind of feel tender like that, make you feel nauseous, yada, yada, yada. She said, so like if that happens again, then maybe come in and we'll see if it's a gallbladder issue. But it hasn't been hurting me besides like it was a little tender this morning. I think that there's some tenderness in my abs, but right now it's not hurting me. So we'll see. But the good news is that she said, continue doing what you're doing. If something happens again, if you get an episode like that again, then come back in and we'll do some other things. But that's that. I'm glad. Now I'm not like, I was nervous I was going to be like restricted or some shit. I'm not. So that's good. Let's hope it doesn't happen again. Okay guys, I'm about to take a nice bath. It's been a little while since I've been in here. But the other day I plugged it in and it froze the sides. So it's gonna be really freaking cold. I don't know how long I'm gonna make it. Let's just check the temp. 32 degrees still. It has been plugged in for a couple of days. So I'm gonna try to scoop the ice over. I might throw this piece out. That's so bad. I'm gonna keep my hands out because this is 32 degrees is really cold. I might not make it very long, but something is better than nothing. Oh shit, I can't remember what it is. I don't think I'm doing arms today because it's fucking freezing. Usually I go all the way down. You guys want to see this? 32 degrees. It hurts my feet so bad. I might try to put my feet out. Oh my god. Oh, that's better. Alright. I don't know how much benefit I'm getting from having my feet and my arms out, but listen. Got at least the upper half of my legs in. Under 40 degrees is fucking misery. Anyway, I'm gonna close this video out after this ice bath because I'm gonna eat dinner. I'll just tell you what I'll have. I'm gonna have chicken and what am I gonna have? I'm gonna have chicken, sweet potatoes and broccoli, and then I'm gonna have a protein shake that is cottage cheese. That sounds crazy, but it's cottage cheese, Fairlife chocolate milk, and sugar-free pudding mix. It's so good. It tastes like freaking phenomenal. So anyway, I appreciate you for sticking along this vlog. I think it was a long one.